Here's a scary thought. Turns out the pandemic hurt our kids a lot more than we realize. In other words, the more we learn about the pandemic and our response to it and the effects, the worse it gets. Quote, parents don't understand how far behind their kids are in school. That's an article in the New York Times written by professors at Harvard and Stanford. Erin Fahle is here, co-director of the Educational Opportunity Project. Their paper that this story was based on was called School District and Community Factors Associated with Learning Loss During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Erin, I appreciate you being with us. We just want to read from this real quick. In districts closed for 90% or more of the 2020 to 21 school year, first year of the pandemic, math scores declined by 2/3 of a year, nearly double the decline in districts that were closed for less than 10% of the school year. So the takeaway is that kids really got hurt here.
Absolutely. I think that, we can see from the data that being in remote learning situations did lead to larger pandemic-related losses. But of course, I think there are other parts of the story that we tell in the paper as well, and that schools are not entirely responsible for the educational impacts of the pandemic. But that said, the magic of in-person learning, there is something there.
Right, sure. You could argue schools. You can also show socioeconomic causes. You can also argue the teachers' unions. This wasn't all individually screwed up. I guess there's a lot of blame to go around. But I think about who this affected the most, right? In some sense, you can measure a society by how they deal with the least fortunate. Learning losses, low-income districts, St. Louis, Akron, Ohio, Baltimore, kids fell years and years and years behind in just 1 year. And high-income school districts, Carmel, Indiana, Loudoun County, Virginia, Naperville, Illinois, little bit of falling behind, but not anywhere close to what we saw in the low income. And I'm wondering why that is, and perhaps more importantly, is there any effort to actually fix it versus just sort of throw money at the unions?
So there are lots of potential reasons why the hardest hit communities have typically also been some of the historically underserved communities. We tried to explore that in our paper. One of the things we did see is that remote learning, the losses were associated with remote learning were larger in higher poverty communities and in districts that had larger shares of students of color. And so that factor was potentially more impactful in those communities than in others. We explored lots of other factors as well to try to understand what was going on. And so we saw things like that students fell further behind in communities where their daily routines were more disrupted. You can think about things like going to the grocery store, eating out at restaurants, and socializing with peers for that.
I only got about 20 or 30 seconds. Have you noticed a honest assessment by the educational institutions? And I mean the teachers' unions, I mean the administrators, I mean Department of Education, about sort of how badly, and maybe people had good intentions, but how badly things were screwed up?
So I do want to say that I think during the pandemic, people were acting on the best information that they had available. So I hesitate to play a blame game when it comes to this. And I do think that from the federal level down to the school level, people are aware of what's happening. And as more data comes out, I think we can start to make the right decisions for our communities. There won't be a one-size-fits-all solution. Yeah. As you mentioned, there are different challenges in each and every community, but there's a lot of work being done to try to find solutions that are going to help kids gain back those experiences that they missed out on during the pandemic.
All right. Fair enough. We got to run, but thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.